say something? Because also we might not have your, yeah, we definitely don't have your audio coming to the stream. We're gonna do this, do this. Okay, give me a check.
Check, 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 check.
Okay.
I am verified.
I don't know.
Sign in again. Next.
None of her stuff's in here. She just wants to be in here to make noise.
What's my Gmail password? Google.
So we're gonna do about 100 pixels. That looks good. Get that to 100 pixels. If it would fuck with me. You hear this dog?
You hear my dogs?
Flick. Fizzle's tackling the door.
She has separation anxiety.
Angelina, she prefers Angelina, and she's out there with Angelina. She just wants to center vertically. Cool, perfect. All right, and this one also center vertically. Boom. Look at us go.
Nice.
That looks better than it looked, but I feel like something's still wrong. But considering this is the maiden voyage of this two-person overlay in particular. Oh, that's what's wrong. We're different sizes. Can I get? Okay, that's 331. That's 310. So you need to go about 10. All right. Let's see. It's 317. Oh wait, now I gotta recenter you. Okay, 324 versus 310. You're closer. Oh.
Is this not my channel?
316, 310. Okay.
Okay.
One more skosh. How was last night?
Oh, it was fun. Sang a bunch of songs.
311 and 310. So you are 1 pixel smaller than me, but our windows also aren't perfect. So I'm gonna try. Yep, not that.
There we go. Bam.
Okay, 103. So now I got to get you about 103 in. And then one more vertical. Boom. 104, 103. All right. So you should be able to see it on YouTube and stuff and see if it looks good.
Check it out.
We got Discord artifacts in the thing, but it is what it is.
You know what? Looks good.
Okay, are you getting audio in both places? And let me see if I can.
I'm getting audio in YouTube. Yep, and I'm getting audio in Twitch.
Only 4 minutes of, troubleshooting for the maiden voyage of this overlay. All right.
Let me go to it's Nintendo Direct.
See, if you find a list, just drop it in the chat and we can go. Because I watched it at 1.5 times speed on my second monitor while playing games, so.
I IGN, everything I know. Let's see. Does it look good? IGN normally does an okay job.
They're just never in chronological order.
In
I'm going
order,
to
yeah.
use. Let me see if
Normally I like Polygon or Porygon.
VGC.news, maybe? Yes.
Let's see. Was Super Mario? Oh, Super Mario Galaxy movie.
That was that what they started with? That might have been what they started with. That might have been.
Okay, and then it moves to Super Mario Galaxy HD 1 and 2, and it's the new tennis.
Okay, it sounds like whatever you have is in order.
Okay, it's Polygon. I'm dropping it in.
You said that, and I'm so Pokemoned out right now. I thought Porygon. Okay, allow ads on Polygon. Yeah, fine.
Why not?
Well, I'm using it, so
They might as well at least get paid,
uh,
I guess.
options. Filter list. Yeah, whatever. Oh, this is definitely not in the correct order.
What?
Once I get to, once I got to a certain point, I'm like, oh yeah, no, this isn't right.
No. Damn.
Whatever, it has all the stories.
Yeah, I guess essentially that's all that matters. I guess we get a shout out to Polygon and we're using it as a reference so then people understand why we're not going to order.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're rolling, so I guess we could
Let's do
really
it.
just get into this Nintendo Direct. It was the September Direct, which it was an hour long, and it had a bunch of stuff that was cool. A bunch of stuff, at least I know I'm going to be excited about and start messing around with.
Yeah, this week was a very busy week for me, so I haven't actually been able to watch it. So as we're going through it, it's all going to be news to me, so I'm excited to react.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have a Switch 2 yet. I just got my
No.
pre-order for the
Oh,
Legends
nice.
ZA one in, so
Nice.
I'm stoked. I'm like, here we go. Yeah, Nintendo number
You think-
one.
You think this is a direct that would get me to at least get closer to the idea of getting a Switch 2?
No, because you have a PC. Like, I don't know what the Nintendo
Fair.
first-party game for you would be. What would it be for you? Because for me, it's Pokemon. Like, we're getting Legend ZA, and that is it for me. Like,
Yeah, I have to really honestly see Legends ZA, the spin-offs. I want to see the next, like, Gen 10.
10.
I think that's where
Yep.
we're going. I think Gen 10 would be the one that would like, okay, yeah, I got to get it.
oh yeah, I'm whatever Gen 10 is, I'll be ready from Legend ZA. So this
Yeah,
dog
but, I
is
mean-
attacking this door. Like, Fizzle, go away. Go. Your toys aren't in here. It's not even remotely close to dinner time. Like, I don't know.
Just wants to bother you to bother you. That's
Yeah,
what dogs do.
she's like, just let me in there to make noise. I will only ruin your audio. It'll be fine. But yeah, so Gen 10, we're not at the point that like they just said Gen 10, here's your new starters, new region. Like they haven't gotten anything to that stratosphere yet, but
Yeah.
like I feel like if you are if you are a Mario Galaxy fan,
I
in
would.
particular,
This was, I mean, yeah, those are the first two stories.
yeah. So we're using Polygon by Michael McWhorter, 2 days ago, every big announcement from Nintendo Direct September 2025. And so the first thing is we got the title for the new Illumination movie. It's Super Mario Galaxy movie, which
That's pretty sick.
it was rumored to be World for a while.
Yeah.
And that I feel like they like because the Super Mario Brothers movie, the Super Mario World movie, and then the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But I guess it just skipped
Straight to
World
Galaxy.
entirely. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean,
That's fair.
so to promote it, they're bringing out Galaxy 1 and 2. You can buy them as a bundle, or you can buy them individually, digitally. So that is our theme of this is tariffs are hitting the Switch like it's nobody's business because so many things in this direct would be cool if they weren't expensive, but they're expensive, so I'm a pass.
Like, how much is Galaxy 1 and 2?
So Galaxy 1 and 2 together is 70, but if you buy them individually, they're 40 each. So if you get one and then get the other, you'll be spending 80 to get. Yeah, that's really high for some Wii games, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
And I mean, I have the Mario All Stars, so I already have Galaxy One, and and that has improvements on the Switch too. So if I decide to play, let me get this dog.
Do you think? Man.
Come on.
I will say, watching this trailer, I mean, and it looks good. And yeah, obviously you see the like a little upgrades and everything, and the art style of Nintendo kind of never makes things look really dated.
Right, and I mean this on the Switch too is going to be 4K, like
Yeah.
upresing a lot of these 3D Nintendo games does a lot now. Now look at her trying to get out.
Yeah, now she wants to leave.
She's like, I did all that to get in here, but now my toys aren't in here, so I don't want to be in here anymore. I told you they weren't in here.
It's like, look, I don't want you to be in there where I can't get you, but I also don't want to be trapped in here where I can't get out. So you just got to leave the door open.
No, that's not what's going to happen.
No.
All right, now she's getting kicked out, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Dogs, you gotta love them.
I think she got some of Angelina's paint on her paw. Like Angelina's in there painting, so there's like a new little spot under my door from her. So
I think I see it.
that's fun.
I mean, I don't know if 70 is terrible. If you don't have it, I think getting both games for 70 is pretty good.
Yeah,
35
I mean,
for each of them that's not terrible. They're good games. It's nice to actually be able to, I guess, play them
right, legally.
on a new, legally on a new gen console. So that's cool.
Yeah, and like I said, I have the 64 Sunshine Galaxy bundle for Switch, so which they
Nice.
did for the 35th. So this is
Mm-hmm.
they started off saying this was the day before Mario's 40th anniversary. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's why there's a lot of Mario stories in this because it's like, hey, Mario's 40th anniversary. We're not going to give you a new 3D Mario game, but and I mean it kind of makes sense because Donkey Kong is like this year's game and Yoshi is getting a game like next year. So
Oh, nice.
and I guess I could skip to that. Mario Wonder is getting a Switch 2 edition, which is Meet Up in Bella Bell
Nice.
Park. And so that's getting the 4K, like, I
Hmm.
don't know if it's 120 hertz, like whatever. It's getting a Switch 2 edition, which it's
Yeah.
good to see more and more Switch 1 games getting Switch
Hmm.
2 editions
Yeah.
because I thought it would just be the ones they announced for launch, like Zelda,
Hmm.
but it seems like now any game that came out on Switch 1 that especially a first party game, they can just do a DLC and make it a Switch 2 edition and
Hmm.
bring a lot of those quality of life because a lot of these things are now running, just flawless 60 FPS, 4K.
Are
So,
they doing the same thing that Sony kind of did, where you just pay like $10 and you get the?
well, it varies. So,
Okay.
I know for Zelda, it's included with Switch Online, so that's the
Cool.
one game that I have that has a Switch 2 edition currently.
Hmm.
Well, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have it, and
Hmm.
those are both included with Nintendo Switch Online. But yeah, as far as like all the other games that I have, none of them have a Switch 2 edition yet.
Got
And
it.
the fact that the door, well, actually, Splatoon 3, either Splatoon 3 has like a patch
Uh-huh.
or,
Well, doesn't Pokemon plays better, right?
yeah, like, so
It just
it's,
plays better because the system is better.
yes. So it's
Okay.
a better CPU, better GPU. So it's
Right.
like unlocking a lot of the frame rate. So Pokemon was an unstable 30 on Switch 1, but it's an
Yes.
unlocked 60, like a rock solid 60 on Switch 2. So
That's
that's I'm excited because
that's
I'm getting
that's butter.
mine with Legends VA, and I'm
Hmm.
just gonna. I made sure all my home stuff is up to date last night. I'm
Hmm.
going to bring over Scarlet, and I have both the DLCs because I only did like the first half of the Kitakami DLC, so
Yeah.
I will have a bunch of Pokemon to play
Nice.
when I get my Switch 2,
Get all
and
Pokemon out.
I got to get Tears of the Kingdom back from Madrid because that game, like the performance, kind of hindered me playing it. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Nice.
high frame rate, high resolution. I will
Hmm.
finish
Here for it.
Tears of the Kingdom. I might not go back to Breath of the Wild because I actually like put up with Breath of the Wild and beat Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
so I don't really feel the need to.
Go back and play it.
Right, but Tears of the Kingdom, I got more than halfway through and just kind of it's a switch. It was a switch game, and now that isn't like the kiss of death. It being on Switch
Yeah.
with the Switch 2. So then they gave us Mario Tennis Fever,
Hmm.
which it's a Mario Tennis game. Mario Tennis isn't really one of the Mario sports games that I particularly like. Like
No.
typically, I'll go for strikers or golf or hoops, but
Yeah. Oh.
yeah,
You
hoops
know,
three
I've
on
never
three on the
been.
DS was a
Yeah.
very good Mario game.
Nice. I tried Mario Tennis. Yeah, I've same. I'm. It's just not for me. I haven't really played a lot of the Mario like sports games outside of I guess Mario Kart, if you consider
No,
kart
Mario.
racing a sport.
No, it's a Mario spinoff. Oh, and Chase just said Kirby and the Forgotten Land got a Switch 2 edition that was $20 to
Oh,
upgrade from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 edition. So that means that game is
got it.
$80 since I don't have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And
Wow.
that's one that I actually have wanted but couldn't justify paying 60 for it. And now
Hmm.
I really don't
Double
think I
that.
can
Yeah.
justify paying 80 for it. So to keep it moving, we got Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which this is the one that Madrid has a Switch. This might be the thing to get him to open his Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's three houses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know how Madrid
This
was
might.
about Fire Emblem
Yeah.
Three Houses.
I mean, yeah, this might be the thing. I think Madrid just really honestly, Worlds or Mario Kart Worlds wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, and I mean this isn't until 2026, so there's still,
Time.
possibility of weirdness happening.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Jalen, this will be an interesting thing to see how Jalen does because the next one we have on the list is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We finally got
Hmm.
the release date, December 4th, and they showed Samus has a motorcycle.
Yeah, this looks absolutely sick.
But all the footage you're seeing is Switch 2 footage. How is this going to run on a Switch 1? Because it's
Oh,
also available on the Switch 1.
you're not. Oh, it's not. I'm seeing the bike fight in the desert. No, this isn't gonna. I didn't think they could make Samus cooler, but you know what? They proved me wrong.
Oh no, Samus is like one of those characters that like the ceiling for cool. She has like psychic abilities in this one. Like
Oh yeah.
this will be a hopefully Jalen gets it so I can borrow it at some point and let them borrow something.
To the cartridge exchange,
So
digital cartridge exchange.
yeah, we could do that. Family sharing. Like but and even if it's a physical cart, we could do that also.
Yeah.
The next thing, this is when I really realized that this list wasn't in chronological order because they showed Pokemon Pokopia, which
Yeah.
this, Chris, is a very bizarre Pokemon game. Considering we got a bunch of Legends ZA news and then this,
Uh huh.
a Ditto.
Did that
turns-
Ditto just become a
yes,
person?
Yes, the Ditto is a small girl, and it is starting a Pokemon village and learning the Pokemon moves. So, like, it's Animal Crossing and Minecraft, and
I'm fucking
it's weird.
here for it.
No,
I
we
think-
can't. So, this is like for, a little girl who enjoys Pokemon. This,
Yeah, but it looks
especially
so
if this is a
adorable.
full price game, do not do
Oh,
this.
it's going to be.
Well, not necessarily, because we got like early on in the Switch, we got Pokemon Quest, and that was like $10. So there's
yeah.
precedent for like these even free to play Pokemon things. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, if this is a full, like it really depends on the scope of this game. Because at first I thought it was just Gen 1 Pokemon. But I think I've seen all the way up to Gen 9 Pokemon in the trailer by the time it was done. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting to see. All right. So now the next story we have is Legend ZA. How deep into this do you want to get? Because I don't think we've talked about any of the Mega Evolutions except for Dragonite. So, technically, where we stand with Pokemon Legends ZA is that we have 9 new Megas so far. Only 2 of those new Megas weren't on the, what we thought was like, it was a rumor until it got like 5 in a row correct, and it was like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, it's just a leak. So,
Damn.
I don't know. It's definitely in the
So-
Pokemon channel in the Discord.
Let's see.
So, Pokemon Legends ZA coming out.
Wait, hold on.
Well,
I
okay.
did just play this Legends CA trailer.
That is the DLC trailer. Is the one in the
Oh.
Polygon article. That is so before the game's a month before the game's out, they've already announced the DLC, which is the post game. You just saw the 2 new Megas.
Yo,
Two,
Raichu? 2 Raichus? Oh, this is the base and then Sui?
No, X and
No.
Y.
X and Y, okay.
So it's like Charizard,
Wow.
Mewtwo,
Oh, yeah, I
the
see
ones
it, I
that
see it.
have X and Y.
Oh, that was sick.
Okay, so they've announced the DLC, which is going to be basically the post game for Legends ZA. A month,
Yeah.
you can go and pre-order the DLC now, and the game's not even out. Which, of course, a lot of people are
Okay.
complaining. It's like, look, if you don't have to buy this at any point.
Right.
and you definitely don't have to buy this a month before you can even play the fucking game. So
True.
I have very little sympathy for people who are complaining. Like, every Pokemon game has gotten DLC since Sword and Shield, so
Yeah.
we're like,
They're just showing it early.
the only thing was Legends Arceus didn't have any paid DLC. It had free post-launch updates. But
Oh,
Sword and Shield, no, Sword and
paid.
Shield was paid. It was an expansion
Yeah.
pack where you had to buy
Uh-huh.
both DLC packs, the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor. And
Yeah.
Scarlet and Violet is also a season pass where you have to buy both DLCs. These are harder. I know it's Kitakami and Blueberry Academy, but what are they called? The teal mask is the Kitakami one, and I don't know what the name of the blueberry one is. I haven't played it, but I know it's about Terapagos. Or that might not be the name of that turtle. But there's a fucking terrestrialized turtle shit.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. But not the... Because Terapagos makes it sound like Terra, which might be into terrestrialized, but it also might be that, like, bulky fighting turtle from Gen 5. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I got 1,000 plus of these shits in my head, plus shiny variants now, so we've consistently lost the plot on me correctly naming a Gen 9 DLC Pokemon. I know this Pecharunt, that's the fucking mythical this generation.
Uh-huh.
Which I'll be able to get once I get my Switch 2, because the fucking game will run.
Yeah, if I get a Switch 2, I'd definitely play Gen 9 over again.
I wouldn't, no, I'm not replaying the base game. Like, the base game, it ran bad, it was buggy, whatever. Like, I
cool.
made it through it. The DLC has, like, yeah, there's no reason for me to start over, especially, like, where I'm at. So, yeah. I don't know. Just stick on Pokemon. People are complaining because we are at the point in the Pokemon generation where we are going from Switch 1 to Switch 2. Legends ZA, while it has a Switch 1 version, is the first Switch 2 game. People are like, they said it'll have Pokemon Home compatibility next year, and once you put a Pokemon in Legends ZA, it cannot be used in any previous Pokemon game. Like, if you transfer it back to home, it'll be incompatible with Scarlet and Violet Go Back. Like, any Switch one. Which, a bunch of people are reading that and complaining, and I'm like, you guys haven't been in the trenches, very obviously. So, this has been the case since GBA. Once you've transferred your Pokemon from Gen 3 cartridges, so Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, once you transfer those up to a DS game, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, once you transfer those Pokemon up into those games, you could there was no way to get them back onto your Game Boy Advance cartridge because you have moved them forward in the generation. Same deal when it came to moving any Pokemon from any of the DS games to the 3D to Pokemon Bank to be used on the 3DS. So that's Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, Black 2, White 2. That might be it. Dream Radar, because that was a thing. You would use Poke Transporter to move all those Pokemon from those games into Pokemon Bank, therefore rendering them, like, there was no way to get them from Pokemon Bank back into those DS era games. But that brought them to the 3DS era, so you could use them in X, Y, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, like, putting them in Bank, let them be used in all those games for the most part.
But okay, with the 3DS, now that we're on bank, or
Mm-hmm.
is
Yes, we are on
3DS
bank.
at home? Okay.
No, 3DS is
Can you
bank.
put the like any Pokemon 3DS game? Can you put them from that game back into bank, and then put them,
So,
or and then vice versa from
so,
bank to that game?
well,
So you
you
can transfer back and forth on the 3DS.
yes, as you could on the DS, as you could on the Game Boy. So Game Boy Advance, like you could trade Pokemon from Ruby and Sapphire that were
Yeah.
compatible with Fire Red, Leaf Green. You could do stuff like that.
You're talking about going back a generation,
Right.
like a old like moving your Pokemon from an old console to a new console. It can't never go back to that old console.
Correct. Which
Okay,
is
now I'm following you now.
right. So Bank works across Gen 6 and 7 and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So Bank, you
Yeah.
take a Pokemon from Gen 6, X and Y, put it in Sun and Moon, like Gen 7, put it back in Bank, put it in Hoenn region, take it out, put it, and it'll wind up back in Gen 6 and work. Because that's all the
Got it.
3DS era.
Yeah.
Then you can transfer all your Pokemon from Bank in one direction to Pokemon Home.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Home is where it gets dicier because, and I mean, it works for the most part, with two exceptions. So Home is where we get support for Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go.
Mm-hmm.
Those two cases, once you move a Pokemon from either of those games into Home, they cannot go back to those games.
Oh. Even though it's on the same.
Right. So
So
like
that's just that spinoff.
yeah, for those two games in particular. Like the rest of the games don't work like this, so Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Sword, Shield,
Mm-hmm.
like Scarlet Violet, Legend ZA. None of these other games work the way that it works with Go and Let's Go. So the way those work is you can just send your Pokemon from those games to Home and then use them in any of the other games that work with Home currently. But
They'll never go back.
right.
Got it.
So it's kind of like transferring the same process. It's similar to the process of transferring your bank Pokemon to Home as it is
Mm-hmm.
transferring from Go to Home.
Got
Whereas
it.
like it can go up a generation, it just can't go back.
Mm-hmm.
And Let's Go makes it weird because it was like a spin-off weird thing. But you can take all your Pokemon from Let's Go and put them in Home and then use them in any of the other games that they're supported in. Because Sword and
Yeah.
Shield was the first time we didn't have the national decks, and that's when stuff got weird.
Yeah.
So, now we're at the point Legend ZA is the first Switch 2 Pokemon game. And they're going to be restricting Pokemon. Like, once Pokemon are taken from Home and put in Legend ZA, essentially they will be made into Switch 2 Pokemon. And people are complaining that they won't be able to use their now Switch 2 Pokemon on their Switch 1 games. And I'm like, that's not how it has ever worked. As we just broke down generation by generation, game by game, that is not how this has worked at any point in time since I was in elementary fucking school.
Talk about it.
It's not going to work in my 30s. Like, I don't have that expectation of this working, and that's fine. Like, I have Legend. My Switch is coming with Legend ZA. Then Champions is going to be a Switch 2 game, which means Pokemon that I put in Legend ZA will be able to be put back in Home and used in Champions. Same deal with Gen 10, because that's going to probably be Switch 2 exclusive. So Pokemon that I catch in Legend ZA, or that I put in Legend ZA, or that I... Because apparently you can get Pokemon in Champions. I don't know. Champions is still... I'm not there yet. I'll get there at some point when the
You're
game...
actually gonna play Champions?
Yes, I'm going to play Champions. For sure.
Okay.
For absolutely. like Pokemon Go is pushing me away, but also I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, ooh, all these new Mega Evolutions are going to come to this game, and I'm going to want
Yeah.
some of these Mega
True.
Evolutions in Pokemon Go for sure. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so
So, okay. So, do you think that this is a spinoff? Because
Legends
oh no,
games.
okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Do you think that ZA being a spinoff is the reason why you can't transfer back and have your Pokemon go back and forth?
No,
Because now that you're on a home, I thought home was going to be the different. Like they're changing it from bank to home to make it more convenient and to be able to transfer Pokemon between each game without any problem.
there are currently problems with there are Pokemon that aren't supported in games. There are Pokemon that I
Yeah.
have from like especially Gen 5 and 6
Mm-hmm.
that just aren't supported in any game on the Switch, period. That are in my Pokemon Home account on my Switch, but I can't
But that you
use them
can't
in
transfer,
any game.
right?
So they're like already without the obstacle of Legends ZA being the cutoff point to being
Yeah.
Switch 2 games. Like, and Legends games are not spin offs. I need to make this very abundantly clear because people keep calling it that. Game Freak makes the Legends games. Game
Yeah.
Freak says that Legends games are main series titles. So
Okay.
according to they're not spin-offs, they're main series. Let's Go's a spin-off. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is a spin-off. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is not a spin-off. Like Heart Gold Soul Silver are not spin-offs. Like
Yeah. They're just other
yeah, there are other things, but
dimensions.
they're all main series. So Legends
Right.
Arceus, like a lot of people dismissed it as a spin-off. It is not. It is the main series game that comes between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
The
Got it.
way that Legends EA is the main series game that is coming between Scarlet and Violet and Gen 10.
Yeah. Got it.
30th anniversary. We're gonna be so. I'm personally.
I
am
mean,
gonna
that's
be
fine.
so
I just
up
personally
next
think
year.
it should be so easy for you to be able to transfer your Pokemon. It's the same app.
Yeah,
And it's not like
it's just.
I
But you're
understand like the Game Boy Advance to the DS to the 3DS are huge differences in equipment. The Switch to the Switch 2 is just an upgrade in hardware. So it's not like you really change. They didn't change much as far as software went at all. So there shouldn't be any reason because you can play all these games on Switch 2 easily. It's not like you can. Well,
I can't.
actually, you can play a DS game on a 3DS.
Right.
But
Same. You can play a Game Boy Advance game on a DS. You can play like the last hard break we had was from 3DS to Switch, but
yeah,
Nintendo backwards compatibility, they overall, especially on the handheld side, have been amazing at it.
yeah,
So,
that's true.
technically, all of the existing Switch 1 games are just being played in backwards compatibility. They're not Switch 2 games.
Okay.
This
I
is
got
the
you.
next generation. This is like
Yeah.
while PS4 to PS4 Pro to PS5 to PS5 Pro, there are PS5 games. Final Fantasy 16, just because PS4 and PS5 architecture is like, it's the same thing basically, doesn't
Yeah.
mean I can play Final Fantasy 16 on my PS4
Sure.
or
That's
my
fair.
PS4 Pro. So
Do
yeah,
you think it? Do you think it's fair for people to say why? Now, since because of the point I made where the jumps are kind of they're very different to Switch. I mean, with technology, it's hard to like make different things. You're just kind of improving upon the hardware. Do you think it's fair for people to be like, why can't we do this? Even though it's never been done before, people can just ask why.
look,
Is it?
it's Nintendo and it's Pokemon Company. Like, this is
That's the
where
only.
it could. There are so many ways it could make more sense,
Yeah.
and could have
I
made
mean,
more
yeah.
sense for decades.
Yes. 100%.
But
You're not wrong.
we're 3 decades into Pokemon, Chris.
You didn't need to say that.
Gen 10 next year, 2026, is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. It is the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go.
Wow.
So that's where we're at as far as. If this were Xbox, it would be totally different. Like, if this were an Xbox, I would be able to use my Pokemon save and play all my. Like, if this were Xbox, PlayStation, even PlayStation would be handling this better than Nintendo handles all of these things. But we tolerate Nintendo because they have Pokemon. Nobody else has fucking Pokemon. Pal World is not Pokemon. Temtem is not Pokemon. Like, Pokemon is Pokemon. Yeah, it's like Capcom. I put up with Capcom and their backwards ass decisions for Monster Hunter, because this is not.
Fair.
Fuck, is that game called Behemoth? This is not Wild Hearts. This is not Freedom Wars. This is Monster Hunter.
I do have to ask.
Yes.
Did you go over the patent that came out from Nintendo?
No, but
And how do you feel about it?
it's another one of those things that, like, Pal World went and pissed them off, and now they're doing shit that they're not the first, like, game that allows you to summon someone to fight on your behalf. Like, they're not the first series to do that. They're not going to be the last series to do that. It's just Pal World made them do a bunch of litigious shit because, like, they flew too close to the sun, and now the sun has engulfed them and is like a larger mass because of them. Like, while Temtem was a huge success for Pocket Pair and everything.
Right, that's what I was about to say. I was like, Temtem kind of does the same thing, right? They're pretty much a monster summoning.
Well, Digimon.
Monster
There's
capture. Digimon.
There's a not a trailer. There is a demo right now on the various digital storefronts that you can go right now and play Persona. Like, so many things.
Yeah. That's the one I thought of. Like, when you have someone that can fight for you, I was like, so wait, like, Persona is just not allowed to make games like that
Shin
anymore?
Megami Tensei, like, they're the first.
Like, you will get people to fight you.
They're summoners in Final Fantasy IV. Like, you can't. I don't think any of these things will hold up, but in the event that somebody else tries to be as blatant as Pal World, they're going to use these patents to fuck with them. The way they have used their existing patents to fuck with, because the patent that they particularly used to fuck with Pal World was you like capturing a battle opponent in something and then reusing that opponent in a battle. So SMT, Persona, like Digimon, like we can go down the list of these like games where you Ni no Kuni, like there's just so many JRPGs where that is a mechanic.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 13 too. Like, we can really go down.
Yeah, I thought about Final Fantasy 13.
Well, 13 you don't necessarily capture the monsters. 13-2 you do.
Okay.
Right, but this has
13 you just had your summons, right? Or
yeah.
Whatever.
But the summon... We're not going down to Final Fantasy 13 rabbit hole right now, Chris. I'm sorry.
You're right. My bad.
I think we're still on a Pokemon rabbit hole right now, so...
We are.
I don't know. You got to give me some words. I lost my train of thought. Like this white
Oh, we were
claw
talking.
is.
Just about the patent. And I was just saying,
Oh
like,
yeah, the
you
patent.
were just naming off games
Yeah, that.
that do the same thing, just
Right.
a little different.
Yeah, it's just Nintendo of America is a law firm that just happens to license video games. You know, that's kind of
Yes,
where we're at. And
love it.
as long as nobody goes and really fucks with Pokemon, because they haven't
Yeah.
even done any of this stuff to Temtem, which is a lot more Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
than any like Temtem is more Pokemon than Palworld is Pokemon. It's just that Temtems don't look like Pokemon. Pals do look like Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
No, 100%.
that's where we're at. So I don't think this is gonna be a problem of the Pokemon Company coming after every game that lets you summon a friendly creature that you've caught from fighting earlier on. Like, no, I don't see that being a problem for anybody or anything unless they really go and fucking make a Salamence and a Lucario and like do a palette swap and be like, this is my original creation, Lucario.
Yeah, so Power World 2, I'd confirm not coming out.
Well, no. Palworld has publishing issues in Japan. Like, there are certain platforms that Palworld is on internationally that it is not in Japan.
Oh,
But
because of those patents.
the Digimon game that is coming out, Time Stranger, that has all of these things that Nintendo has patents for, is going to have zero issues because it's just it's a different thing. Digimon
Yeah.
is not trying to copy Pokemon.
No.
Like, there is not a Peekaboo in Digimon. There is not a we got Meryl at home. There is not a Gardevoir equivalent in any of these games. So, like, Pokemon companies, just like, cool, do your thing. We're not going to fuck with you. We have these things because people are out here trying to fuck with us, and we're going to show them not to fuck with us. And that's how I feel about that. They're not
Sure.
they're not going to go after Persona 6 for having you be able to summon something to fight on your behalf. That's not going to be a problem that they're going to face.
Yeah, that's true. There's no Dictaria in any Pokemon game.
Right. I just thought about
Really good.
what's up. We haven't
Sure,
even.
that does look like ghostly Gardevoir.
Yeah.
I'm just
There's-
looking at all the pals.
Yeah, they're just straight up like all of these Pokemon that are popular Pokemon. They're not copying Trubbish. They're copying Wooloo. Like,
Yeah.
they're going
Yeah.
after. Yeah, they painted a target on themselves, and Nintendo realized that they could use a patent that they haven't enforced on anybody in 3 decades. But they're like, Pal World, y'all are out here, y'all are fucking with us, so we're gonna fuck with you. And that's essentially what all of these patents are gonna be. It's just don't fuck with them, and they won't fuck with you.
Stay in your lane.
And even if you're going to be in their lane, don't copy them, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't
Like, even
blatantly
if you
do
are
it.
in the exact same fucking vertical, even if your games are coming out on the exact same fucking day, on the exact same fucking platform, and are competing head to head, they probably still won't come after you.
Mhm.
But when your game is called Pokemon with Guns in your own fucking marketing material,
They're gonna come get you.
yeah, they're gonna do something about that.
Did they show anything else as far as Pokemon goes in this direct? Or is that it?
That might be it.
Okay.
Oh, Mega Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja. These, I do have a problem with how they're handling. This is the one thing that is very, I'm like, I'm going to do it, but it sucks that you're going to make me do it. And this
Mm-hmm.
also might not be a problem. Here we go. Delphox, Chestnut, Greninja. Fully evolved forms of the Kalos starters. This game is also set in the Kalos region.
Yeah.
Blah. These Pokemon are getting Mega Evolutions. They didn't have Mega Evolutions in the base game. Cool. Awesome. In the base game of Pokemon Legends ZA, the only way, currently, period, full stop, the only way for you to get the stones that you need to Mega Evolve those 3 Pokemon, you have to compete in the online ranked. So you need to have Nintendo Switch Online. It's Season 1, 2, and 3 will give you the 3 Mega Stones that you need to Mega Evolve those Pokemon. There will be no way through normal gameplay to get any of those Mega Stones in the base game, period. This is a parallel to how they handled Gigantamax Pokemon in Sword and Shield. There were Gigantamax Pokemon that the only way that you could get those Gigantamax Pokemon was through doing Gigantamax raids. So, which you had to do online because you couldn't solo them because the Pokemon were Gigantamax. You could have a Gengar that was Dynamax but was not Gigantamax. If you wanted Gigantamax Gengar, you had to do Gigantamax raids, which you need to have Nintendo Switch Online to play multiplayer to get those Gigantamax Pokemon.
Right.
So that sucked then. I did not have all the Gigantamax Pokemon in Sword and Shield. I completed the entire Pokedex in Sword and Shield and both the DLCs, I think. But I did not have... I still don't have all of the Gigantamax Pokemon that are in Pokemon, period.
Got it.
So... But Sword and Shield remedied that issue in their DLC. They had Max Soup, so if you had a Pokemon that you caught in the Galar region that had a Gigantamax form, but you only had the Dynamax form, all you had to do was feed it G-Max Soup, and you would get the Gigantamax version. So later on, it was like, in the entire base game, because we didn't know that this was going to be a thing in the DLC, but in the entire base game, the only way to get the majority of the you could get Pikachu, Eevee, Meowth. There were certain ones you could get without doing G-Max raids, but for the most part, like if you wanted Gigantamax Blastoise during the base game, wait, that might not have even been part of the base game. This is hard. Gigantamax Toxtricity. If you wanted a Gigantamax Toxtricity in the base game, the only way to get it was G-Max raids. Then, if you had a Toxtricity in the DLC, all you would have to do was give it G-Max Soup and you could get a Gigantamax Toxtricity. So,
that's pretty dope.
that was a huge problem in the base game that was then remedied by the DLC. We already know the DLC is going to have additional Mega Evolutions for Pokemon, and like the fact that part of the trailer was them just showing a shit ton of Mega Stones for a shit ton of Pokemon. Like there were combinations that don't exist yet that people are like, oh, what Pokemon is this color scheme? Because it's going to be getting a DLC Mega Evolution. And it doesn't, like, because we know what all the existing Megastones look like, so we can cross-reference all of the ones that were in that trailer that aren't current existing Megastones, so people's theory currently is potentially, in the base game, the only way to get Mega Greninja, Chestnut, and Delphox will be doing online ranked. But potentially, there's the potential that in the DLC, those are just, you'll be able to get those Mega Stones because There are going to be more Megastones in the DLC. Like we already know, Raichu
Yeah.
X and Y aren't going to be in the base game at all, but they'll be in
Mm-hmm.
the DLC. So that's where we're at with that. Like I'm going to do the online rank play like matches that I
Yeah.
have to do to get all three of those Megastones so I can Mega Evolve those Pokemon. Because I have a shiny Delphox, I know for sure. I may not have a shiny any of the Greninja line, but I
Yeah.
might have a shiny Chestnut, so or Chespin. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to get that to a Chestnut to get a shiny Mega Chestnut. So
And actually and get the mega.
right, I'm
Pokemon.
gonna do it, but like for people like let's say you get the game after the first competitive season is over.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just give you a way to get it in the DLC. But we're not sure of that yet. So that is the one thing that I'm like if you there are things you could say to make this a lot more acceptable,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not going to get like they might cuz currently they might just be like, "Hey, it'll be a mystery gift after a
Mm-hmm.
certain amount of time." Like, let's say during season 5, if you didn't get any of them during season 1, 2, and 3, just go online and do a mystery gift, and here go your Megastones, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's it for Pokemon. I don't know. Any other questions? Hit me in the Discord.
No. Yeah.
Or that's just
Cool.
for anybody listening. I'll give you all the answers that I have. And I have more answers than your average
Yeah.
bear when it comes to Pokemon.
I mean, to be fair to what you were talking about, like the whole need to go to rank, I feel like Pokemon has always done this since the like Game Boy era of like where
Event
mystery
Pokemon.
gifts like event Pokemon where you can't get them anymore. I know people have tried to find a way and
There
have
have
been
been ways.
successful.
Yeah, there have
Yeah,
been ways.
yeah, but like you still have to kind of go out your way just to get the like Celebi or Mew or whatever, and it's cool, but Pokemon's kind of always been head ass when it comes to like getting special event Pokemon,
Right.
and then
Like,
just not being able to do it anymore unless you were right then, right now. Like you have to be in the ecosystem at all times,
Chris,
unless you
I
might
might
miss out.
I might be able to get you to do this.
Uh-huh.
Some point in the near future, they're giving out shiny Koraidon and Miraidon at
Okay.
GameStops. So next time you're in a GameStop, just ask for a code.
Okay.
See how many GameStop shiny Miraidon and Koraidon codes you can get. Because at the very least, I need a shiny Koraidon. Like, that's just too
Gotcha.
cool. That is way too cool of a fucking shiny for a box legendary of the, like, side that I chose. Like, to be
Mm-hmm.
out here getting distributed for me not to have it. And I feel like you and or Madrid would want shiny Miraidon. Because it's also a cool shiny. It's just not fucking Koraidon. Koraidon is a black dragon.
Yeah, that I'm looking at them now. That's pretty sick.
So those are available in GameStop. If you hear this episode, go to your local GameStop, get a code.
Yeah,
Get as many
I
codes
think
as you can, because you can
to
sell
me,
them.
me right on looks better base, but Koraidon's shiny is pretty dope.
Yeah, Koraidon, well, Miraidon makes more sense because it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense that Koraidon runs despite having wheels.
Yeah.
But it's shiny. Yeah, it goes fucking hard. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
that's cool.
like at some point I've seen this shiny, but up until now it's been shiny locked, so there's been no way to get this shiny. So
Mhm.
this is your first way to be able to get this shiny officially. And I've been
Sick.
a lot better about going out of my way to get my official. Like I have the
Mhm.
4 Scarlet and Violet like Chinese mythology based legendaries.
Mhm.
I have all of them legitimately shiny. I have Rayquaza legitimately shiny that I caught out of a Terra raid in
Nice.
Scarlet and Violet. So I'm been a lot better, especially since being back into Pokemon Go, about going out of my way to get like legitimate shinies of Pokemon that I want, even legendaries or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't have a shiny
right.
Meloetta
Yeah.
yet. Oh my god, that is so much fucking work. We're not. No, I don't have time to even explain what you have to do to get it. But I also don't have time to do what I have to do to get it. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. If I find this game on sale, I'll play it. I'm not I'll play like one Muso game a generation and a half. And I could see this being the one. Like, it'll run well because it's on Switch too. And it has characters, like Tears of the Kingdom versions of characters that are really cool. But I'm also not paying full price for a Muso game.
Warrior games are fun to just jump in like every once in a while. Just okay. I hacked and slashed thousands of enemies. That was fun.
Yeah. And this looks like a good one of those. Like, for the Muso sickos, like, here's your reason to get a Switch too. It's
announced. November 5th, it's its release date? Oh, this year?
November 5th. Yes, this year. This was a game we knew about since we've known about the Switch too. I want to say it was in that original.
Okay, yeah.
Like.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Then we got, this was actually at the end of the Mario segment, because we didn't get a new 3D Mario. They gave us Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Is this shit in alphabetical order? No, it's not even in alphabetical order. This list is driving me
So it
insane.
doesn't make sense.
Yoshi and the Mysterious...
way down on the list. Yoshi and, well, I guess it's Hyrule Warriors, not Legend of Zelda or anything.
Right. But Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, cool, spring 2026. I'm not going to play this game. The last Yoshi game I played was Yoshi's Island, so...
Yeah, you gotta like a Yoshi game.
Then...
They're fun.
The next story we have is... We're out here. We are weird Nintendo fucking... Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for the dumb shit that is happening right now. I'm here for it. I'm not going to buy this.
No, I love it though.
So, what we're talking about, Virtual Boy games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online. And you're wondering, Virtual Boy, isn't that Nintendo's failed VR headset? From around the era of the original Game Boy? Yes it is.
Yes, it is.
These games will be available for Nintendo Switch Online for both Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. And they are selling a $100 fucking Virtual Boy headset for you to put your Nintendo Switch 1 and or Nintendo Switch 2 in to play your Virtual Boy Nintendo Switch Online games in full stereoscopic 2025 3D VR in your face. Legitimately.
$100 does not make sense for what you're buying.
But they also...
This is a piece of plastic that could be like $50.
It is. It's just like, it doesn't have a screen or anything. You have to put your Switch or your Switch 2 into it to play the game. It's like, it's not running anything. It's just a piece of plastic with some lenses. And they're doing a cardboard version that's going to be cheaper. That it's like Google Cardboard, where you can put your phone in a VR headset and do that.
It's like fancy cardboard, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing that for the Virtual Boy also for your Switch or Switch 2. So you can also do that and not buy a full fucking Virtual Boy in 2025 that doesn't work. Like, I could see you spending $100 on a Virtual Boy in 2025 if it were actual Virtual Boy that worked without owning a Switch. Like, I could see you doing that. I wouldn't do that. You could do that. Like, I've done dumber things.
You know, collectors want to do that.
Right. Live your life.
Yeah, it's your world.
And I mean,
I mean, it
I'm.
looks cool. That's a.
It's a
See, until you
virtual
said the
boy.
price, yeah, yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, they brought back the aesthetic. They did fantastic job, but like $100 is just insane to me. You already bought the console. That's what's running the entire show. You just built a shell for us to put it in.
Right, that is an exact replica of the Virtual Boy. It doesn't even have the controller, which the Virtual Boy controller was a good controller. There's no way for you to play on this Virtual Boy with the Virtual Boy controller. You got to play with a Switch or Switch 2 controller. Or a Switch or Switch 2 compatible controller. Because I still got my 8-bit Do Micro rocking heavy. I fucks with this controller. This controller's been awesome.
You know what? That's not.
I was doing Pokemon Home shit on my Switch with this controller.
Oh, nice.
So, it works. And well. So.
Nice.
But yeah, also there'll be a way for you to, if you can just get these lenses, there'll be like somebody will put up a here, print this out, put it over a piece of cardboard, cut these lines, put your lenses here, it'll work. Like there'll be free ways to, or virtually free ways to do this without the $100 thing. If you want to spend your $100 on the $100 thing, more power to you. I have zero nostalgia for the Virtual Boy. If I'm going to play Virtual Boy games, I'm going to emulate them on a PC and run them on this Oculus headset that I have that I've never played fucking anything on. I'm sorry, Chris. You're here for like the descent into madness. And
I am. I'm riding this roller coaster with you, brother.
This is a Nintendo ass episode, and I've had some alcohol. Actually, Chris, can you talk about any of the games for long enough that we've talked about thus far for long enough for me to run to the fridge, get another beer, and come back?
Yep. Let's do it. Let's see. Any of the games. All right, I could talk about. So I know we skipped over Yoshi, and I am kind of a Yoshi's fan. And looking at this one, I've always loved the artwork. I mean, since the N64, just that paper kind of storybook Yoshi vibes. It's cute. It's cool. It looks chill. It's never chill. A Yoshi game is never always chill. It's gonna be kick your ass. How long does it take to get a beer? There he is. Haha, I almost did it. Yeah, this one, nothing so far has made me want to get a Switch 2, but Yoshi is a game I think I would get. If I saw it. It's never going to go on sale, but if I was so inclined and I had the urge to play a Yoshi game, this one looks cool. I would probably get it.
Also,
and I had a Switch too.
So that's a good question. At this point, where we're at with Switch and Switch 2 and the way the libraries work, and the fact that we can now share digital games, we could really start splitting the cost on some of these Switch games. Like, I have Tears of the Kingdom. None of you need to buy Tears of the Kingdom at any point. I'll just let you borrow Tears of the Kingdom.
Because does it automatically go back within a week of you like sharing it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
That's so cool. Like I could let you borrow a game, like that's a lot of time to beat a lot of these things. So like if I'd be like, Chris, you buy Yoshi, I buy Kirby, we play them on our own system respectively. We trade them back and forth. Like do that.
Hell yeah.
Have our 2 weeks with the game. If we need more time, have to meet up in person again. I really wish they would let us do this over the internet.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Also, I wish they would let you do it with people not in your family group. That's the ridiculous part to me. I'm like, I had to add Kyle to our Nintendo family just to let him borrow Legends ZA for 2 weeks and have him only play it once. That's some bullshit.
That is some bullshit. That's crazy.
Like, because with the physical cartridge, I can go to anybody. I can go to legitimately anybody with a Nintendo Switch and be like, here, and they can play the game. And then
For as
it's
long as they
on me.
want.
It's on me to get it back.
Right.
So let anybody borrow a digital game for 2 weeks. Let me like hit up Raddick and be like,
if you still have to go in person, you didn't make it convenient because it's online. You could have made it convenient and just said, "Hey, you can borrow this game." Person on the other side of the United States.
right? Let's say Darren,
Dear, anybody from the Rupees. Hey, you want to borrow this game? Sweet, here you go. And then it automatically comes back within 2 weeks. That's awesome. But
right?
to make it
And that's like
so
an ad for your game.
convoluted?
Like while
Yeah.
there's a thing like, yeah, I let you borrow Gone Home. I let everybody I know borrow Gone Home. That's a game you can beat in like 2 hours. Like nobody has a reason to buy Gone Home. But if I lend somebody Monster Hunter and they get hooked on Monster Hunter, in 2 weeks it comes back to me. They're gonna buy Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Because
So
you're not gonna. It's gonna take you longer than 2 weeks, especially with the day and age of having to go to work and life being life. You don't always have that entirety of 2 weeks to play the game. You might play it
even if
5
you're
times.
even if you're a kid, like when we were kids, we would rent games and have only a limited amount of time with that game, and then sometimes we would rent that game again,
Yeah.
or we would go out of our way to buy that game so we didn't have to rent it. Like there were there are examples in all these ranges. There were games that I bought that I played a little bit of, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't it," and I returned it to GameStop like that. Like,
Yeah.
so
Easy. Yeah, it is crazy that I don't know.
yeah,
It's Nintendo, and that's kind of just that is kind of the theme of this episode. This is the dope thing that you can do. There's always some convoluted bullshit that
right.
goes with it, and
There's
that's just 'cause
always a
it's from
catch.
Nintendo.
There's
Yeah.
always a catch, and it's because it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's been the fucking running theme of Nintendo since the goddamn 80s.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
But at the end of the day, they done had Mario and Zelda since the 80s, and what you gonna do? There's only an Astrobot once every 40 fucking years. All right. So back on track. Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream. We got a spring 2026 release window for this game. The first
Can you
Tamagotchi
explain this
Life.
game to me?
It's The Sims, but weird as shit in Japanese.
Okay. That's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it as like, okay, this is not me's.
They are me's.
They are me's. Okay,
Yeah.
they are
So
me's.
it's a first party Nintendo game. So it's actually using me's,
Okay.
which means you can
Okay.
also get a shit ton of famous people, but you can also like make the people you know as me's and put them in this game. So yes, these
Cool.
are me's, but they're not just like avatars. They're like characters that you're putting in
Yeah.
this city in this game.
World.
Right. Right.
And you gotta just go and do stuff and interact and play The Sims.
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
like, as somebody who understands The Sims, it's that, but weird in Japanese. That's
Okay.
all you need to know. With me.
She danced and a fucking Napa cabbage popped up. Sick.
Right. At one point, a bunch of super scopes ran out of the sky because it's a first party Nintendo game and they can use the super scope. But, like, you know? That sounds like something that could happen in The Sims if it were a first party Nintendo game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If it were a weird ass first party Nintendo game, that would happen.
Uh-huh.
So this game did crazy numbers because like how weird and absurd, like, people did the thing where they made all their friends and family and put them in Tamagotchi Life on the 3DS. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it sold stupid on the 3DS. Like, not Pokemon numbers, but, like, it's higher than you would expect in millions of copies for the
Yeah,
3DS
it
one.
does. It has that quirk to it that I could see a bunch of people wanting to play this. The mini games just look absurd. Why is there a dude rolling around like that? It's fun.
Right, so, and it's a Nintendo Switch 1 game, which means people on Switch 1 and Switch 2 will be able to play it. And so,
Yeah.
the next thing we have on the list is another first party Nintendo game. Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting paid DLC. DK Island and Emerald Rush. So,
Cool.
DK Bonanza is not on my particular wish list. Like, if I can borrow that from somebody in digital or physical form, I'll play it, but I'm not buying Donkey Kong. Donkey
No.
Kong
It's been successful. I've heard.
Mario Kart is going to be like I asked somebody for it for Christmas or my birthday or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even buying myself
I'm
Mario
not
Kart.
really feeling this year's Mario Kart or this generation's Mario Kart.
Right. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, like, it looks fun, it looks cool, but doesn't look Pokemon fun and or cool, so. And it's not going to go on sale, so. Yeah, I'm not spending the. I think the base game's 70 and then the DLC might be 20. I'm not spending the $90 to play this.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
It might not be 90. It might be 80, like, to get it with the. It's currently not available as a bundle.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is a $70 full ass
Yeah.
game, and then I think this
Okay.
is a $20 DLC. So there's no way to buy these bundled yet. All right, next game on the list, and this is interesting because Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to Switch 2 and Xbox
Cool.
Series early next year. I think it's January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, late January next year. Finally, is by the time it comes out, it will be an almost 6-year-old game.
Yeah.
They're talking about being better about getting Rebirth onto these platforms, but I still think Remake Part 3 is going to be PlayStation exclusive for at least a year. Considering it's
Oh, I
almost.
don't doubt it.
Yeah, it'll be.
Also, I think didn't they have like? I mean, they didn't say it, but I'm sure PlayStation has some contract, and that's why it's taken so long for these games to go to other platforms.
Right. And like Square Enix has been better about not doing those contracts, but I think that the Final Fantasy Remake Part 3 agreement was written so like pre 2020
Oh,
and
yeah.
so
Yeah.
like if they're not going to do a part 4, but if they do a part 4, it'll probably come day and date to everything with how Square Enix has been doing shit lately. But yeah, this is a cool game. If you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, I highly recommend you play Final Fantasy VII Remake. If you buy it early on Switch 2 or Xbox, you get the original Final Fantasy VII as a free download. I already have the original Final Fantasy VII on Switch, so yeah, this will be one. I'll see it for like $10 at Walmart because it's not a first party game, so it will go on sale. I'll see it like $10 at Walmart, and I'll play through Final Fantasy VII Remake again.
Yeah, why not?
It's a good game, especially the Yuffie DLC.
Nice.
Then we're getting Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, sticking on the train of re-releasing old, inaccessible Dragon Quest games for modern audiences, because they did it with
You'd love
1,
to see
2,
it.
3, and now they're doing it with 7. I think this was a DS game originally, and so to get it, and I think it's an expensive ass DS game to get Dragon Quest VII. So It's coming. Oh no, this is a PlayStation game. Well, we already know PS1 games have been going
Oh,
up
they're
in
just
price.
expensive for
Yeah,
no
so
reason.
it's coming February 5th, 2026. It doesn't look as cool as what they did with 1, 2, or 3, but
Hmm.
you know, I'm not
It's
a
cool to
Dragon
have it on
Quest.
a modern system. Yeah.
Right. I'm not a Dragon Quest person. I respect Akira Toriyama. I respect Dragon Quest.
Hmm.
I when it falls to that like early 8-bit era of Square or Enix RPGs, I'm
Hmm.
falling on the Final Fantasy side more than I'm falling on the Dragon Quest side. But
That's fair.
I really want to play Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive
Hmm.
Edition, but I don't have 100 hours
Mm-mm.
minimum to fucking play it.
Mm-mm.
Look up how long to beat Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. See how, or no, yeah, 11S Echoes of, yeah. Look up how long that takes to beat on PS4. That game, the particular definitive edition version, because the PS4 version originally didn't have like 2D sections that the 3DS version did, and then that's why the definitive edition did get those on PlayStation, and I'd want to play those. So
Okay, so it says um, main story only is 58 hours.
oh,
Main story plus extras is
that's a
91
lot, but
hours.
that's not like terrible.
Yeah. And then completionist is 132 hours.
I'm not gonna platinum a Dragon. If I'm gonna platinum a Dragon Quest game, it's gonna be Dragon Quest One, and I'm gonna watch a turn by turn like what to do, how to like beat this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not naturally platinuming a Dragon Quest game. I've naturally platinum Final Fantasy. Well, not I've platinum Final Fantasy games, like
Hmm.
legit, straight up. But like I said, I fall on the Final Fantasy side more than I fall on the Dragon Quest side. And
Right.
more power to y'all Dragon Quest players out there.
132 hours is crazy. That's a lot of time.
That's not. I'm pretty sure
To me,
Persona
it's a lot of
5.
time.
Compare that to Persona 5, like base Persona 5. I'm pretty
Persona 5
sure
took me, what, 70 hours to platinum?
Persona
Or
5 or Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 5.
You
Oh,
definitely you didn't platinum Persona 5. I would know
I
if you
didn't
platinum.
platinum
Yeah,
Persona. No, platinum Persona 5 Royal.
right. That's a different story. I'm talking about base Persona 5.
Wow. Okay, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
They said 97.5 hours average to beat main story, and then 100% completionist run to take is around 173 hours.
Yeah. I was like, you didn't do that.
Full completionist for Royal is 120.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, all these numbers are kind of basically where I expect them to fall. Like, in the grand scheme of things.
I guess you know what? I forget that I played Royal and during the pandemic, and I would just get up every single day and just play Royal until it was time to like
Do
make
something
dinner or
else.
something. Yeah. I had nothing else to do. Kitchens were closed, so I was like, all I do is play Persona now, and I guess yeah,
This is
if I
my
did it
life
every
now.
single day.
All right, so the next game we have on this Polygon list is Hades 2 for Switch and Switch 2. We got our 1.0 full release date,
Ooh.
September 25th. They did the Hollow Knight. They're like, 2 weeks. Fuck you. And,
They did.
and I'm here for it. Like, it's on my Steam Deck, it's on my PC. It'll probably be a game at some point I get for my Switch 2. Where will I finally beat it? PlayStation. But, that's not happening for a while. So,
This comes out the same day as Silent Hill F.
well, I
Well,
probably wasn't already buying you day one Silent Hill F. And Chris, you
Yeah,
have
exactly.
access to this. Like, by the time you get around to Hades 2,
Hmm.
both Jalen and I will be done. I'll have to fight Jalen because they need to put down my fucking copy of Hades 2 when this 1.0 comes out so I can play Hades 2. Or they can buy their own goddamn copy of Hades 2. But
You just gotta
by
you
the
just gotta
time the
wake up
dust
before them.
by the time the dust settles on like our fight over the one copy that's in the Steam family, you'll be able to play
Uh-huh.
it no problem.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Right. You don't even have it installed right now.
Nope.
I don't remember seeing this trailer whatsoever, but apparently the Switch 2 is getting a version of Dynasty Warriors Origins in January. Is it the same day as Final Fantasy? Yeah, it's the same day as Final Fantasy.
That's fine.
Dynasty Warriors Origins, cool. I
Yeah.
don't know anybody who's actually played it, or I don't know of anybody who's talked about it. Because it seemed like on a PS5, like that, a realistic style, like Dynasty Warriors, like by the books, Lu Bu, fighting ass, Dynasty Warriors.
Uh-huh.
Like, it seemed like I would hear from the Muso sickos that I know that they played the living shit out of it for 1,000,000,000 hours, but I didn't, so I don't know if it's any good or not.
Yeah. I mean, looks like a Dynasty Warriors-esque video game.
Yep. Dynasty
mean-
Warriors Origins, like the title tells you what you need to know.
Yeah.
Then we got Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection. We got a new trailer. Only thing I saw was people freaking about Ray Dow. Apparently there were teasers of Ray Dow being in this game, so...
Oh. Have you beaten 2 yet?
No, I haven't beat any of the stories games. Will 3 be the one? Potentially. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll play it on PlayStation. It's coming day and date to PlayStation. I'm not playing this on my Switch.
Is this also one of those ones where you capture monsters to
Yes,
have
yes.
fight for you?
This is also infringing on PlayStation or no,
And
Pokemon
Nintendo.
Company's patent on summoning monsters to fight on your behalf. Well, these technically you ride them, and you can also do fusion moves with them, which you can't do with Pokemon. So legally distinct.
I mean, Ash did it that one time, right?
Yeah, Ask Greninja is a. They didn't copyright. Well, they probably did copyright Ash Greninja. They did not patent the fucking process of Ash Greninja existing.
Yeah.
Here goes the first game that when I saw it, I thought about you, Chris. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
These came out for the Wii U.
No, this is an entirely new thing. They
Wait.
remastered Fatal Frame and Fatal Frame 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
Probably for the Wii U and the original Switch, but this is a brand new remake.
Oh sick.
Yeah, this
this is cool.
2026. This is the horror franchise I've heard you talk about the least, but it's
Yeah.
Japanese horror, so I know you'll be. You
No,
could be
these Fatal
convinced.
Frame games are really cool. They were mostly like back when I had a roommate. My roommate Dylan played these a lot on the Wii U, and I watched him play it. I mean, it's cool being able to like move your. Essentially, you were able to use your Wii U pad and move it around as the camera and take photos to like capture spirits and everything. It's one of those ones where you're not necessarily. I'm more of a survival horror fan where you can actually fight back than run away. That's why. What's that one? That the biggest
Outlast.
one? Outlast. There we go. That one I appreciate Outlast, and I played both 1 and 2. I've never beaten both 1 or 2, so it's not those games where you have to kind of like hide, run away, do puzzles, and like all that. Those haven't been my favorite. So I might have. I'm more than likely gonna skip this one, but the Fatal Frame games always look scary. Japanese horror is always, I mean, next level when it comes to being spooky.
Being spooky. All right, the next game, we're still in the Chris wheelhouse. This is why I was like, I don't know if by the end of this you're gonna buy a Switch 2, but
I'm playing Resident Evil Requiem on PlayStation. Full
okay.
stop.
Okay. Well, it's coming to Switch 2, and also in February we're getting. So on Switch 1, you can play Resident Evil 7 and 8 as cloud versions, but they'll be running natively on Switch 2. So not a
Nice.
free upgrade if you have. These games are available on iPhone. If Switch 2 is your first place to be able to play Resident Evil 7 and or 8, play them there, I guess.
Is Village on iPhone?
Yes, Village. Not my iPhone, for sure. But Village is definitely 100%. All of the RE engine Resident Evil games and remakes, I think, are on iOS natively.
No fucking way. It's got a 3.9 out of 5 stars.
That's because it's a $60 fucking game, and people play the first hour for free and then get hit with a $60 buy now button and say fuck this game.
Oh, that's what they did?
Yeah, you play like the first like hour of all of. That's how a lot of the like AAA games coming to iPhone with
Are
like
doing it?
yeah, they're doing the hey, try it out, see if it works. It works great. Pair a controller, live your life. But this is still a AAA fucking video game. Cough up the big bucks, homie.
Yeah. I mean, I could see somebody, like, if you wanted to, maybe if an iPad was your main source of gaming, I could see it.
Yeah, I get.
Connecting a phone, I could not see myself playing Resident Evil Village or 7 on an iPhone. Not even an iPhone, what, Pro Max?
No, I think that'd be fine. Because I would like Death Stranding is kind of in the same, like, Death Stranding does the same thing where it's a full price ass, like, AAA
Okay.
video game. I could see myself even, like, if it were available on my phone, hooking up
Mhm.
a backbone to my phone, playing it, like, the screen's big enough. There's not, like, I just have the notch, like, newer iPhones have even less obstructions than that. Like,
Yeah.
I could see it working. Is this the way I'm going to play any of these games? Absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely not. I like to enjoy video games.
Well, I could see you if this is your only option, like enjoying some of these games like this.
Yeah.
But like the Switch 2 falls in the same bucket as my iPhone. Like, sure, a lot of these games are playable in all these places. Where am I going to play
Yeah.
them? My PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I mean, I would rather actually buying it on PlayStation, eventually catching it on a Capcom sale, buying it on Steam, and then playing it on my Steam Deck. If I just
Yep, that's possible.
felt so inclined to play Resident Evil mobilely.
Right. But I don't think the Steam Deck sold 1 million units. Most people aren't in the bucket that we're in, where like a lot of these games we'd rather just play them on our Steam Deck. Like we
Yeah.
are in a very, very like small minority of people. Of it's like, oh yeah, the majority of the games we've talked about, I could just do this with right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's not even 1 million people that can say that. So.
Damn, that's crazy. How many units has the Steam Deck sold?
It's the best-selling one, but it's not 1 million.
Around 4 million units.
For
Early 2025.
oh damn,
that's
that's
pretty
great. Yeah, that's better than I thought. The
I
Wii
feel
U
like it's
sold
because it's-
14 million, so more people can play these games on a Wii U than could a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
But and that's the kind of numbers we're talking about. But 4 million is respectable
Yeah.
for.
I mean, that's good for Valve. They've had some bad hardware sales in the past.
I have a Steam controller. I know. One Piece Fire Pirate Warriors 4, Overcooked 2, Stardew Valley, and Human Fall Flat are all getting Nintendo Switch 2 editions, which means it's
Sweet.
not just Nintendo first party games. Hopefully, Stardew is not an expensive upgrade. I might have Stardew and Overcooked 2 on Switch. I know I don't have One Piece Pirate
Definitely.
Warriors 4.
No.
Human Fall Flat, if Nintendo had like a PlayStation, I probably have Human Fall Flat on PlayStation due to PlayStation Plus, but I don't think I have it on Switch.
Yes. I'm the same way. I have Overcooked 2 and Stardew Valley. Um, I don't really think Stardew Valley needs an upgrade. It's a 2016
Well, there are things.
game.
Well, there are interesting things. Like I'd say, watch the trailer for the Stardew Valley. There are things that you can do on a Switch
Mhm.
2 that you couldn't do on a Switch 1 that make sense for it being an upgrade. I'd say it's closer to the Steam version as far as like
Oh.
because you have a mouse and stuff like that
Yeah.
than the Switch version.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So,
I didn't even think of it. I forget that you can make it a mouse. I forget that point of the Switch 2.
yep. Stormlancer's got a launch trailer. I didn't see this game whatsoever.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
Shadow
looks
Drop,
cool.
2D action platformer roguelike for Nintendo Switch.
Mhm.
Didn't come. Looks like a farming game. Popucom is like it's one of those co-op games in the vein of It Takes Two, Split Fiction, Portal 2,
Oh,
where like one person can do 2 out of the 4 things and the other person can do the other 2 out of the 4 things, and you need
got
to do
it.
all 4 things as a group of 2 to make it through. It's also on Steam, so it's coming to Nintendo Switch this holiday, but it's already on Steam.
Huh.
It requires Nintendo Switch Online, so if you really want to play it on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
You love
no
yourself.
right, Suika Game Planet, I'm here. Let's go. We up. I
Oh,
like
is this
Suika Game.
the? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fruit matching game that ruined my life for about a week. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Before you were dropping them down into a well, very Tetris-like. Now you are going around the planet,
In a
and
circle? Yeah.
yep, I'm with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if
That's
it's under $10 like the original one. Yeah, I'll pay under $10 to play Suika Game Planet. Let's go.
Oh, for sure. This looks awesome.
And that was the last thing. Can't think of anything of importance that was mentioned that we didn't talk about in one way or another. Chris, what was the highlight for you now that you've heard about or talked about or watched trailers of all of these games? How you feeling?
I feel good. I did nothing on here necessarily made me want to get a Switch 2 yet.
Right. Yeah, I didn't
I
expect.
am
it.
excited for the next Mario movie. That's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, it's April. So my birthday's April 2026. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
I say if everybody hasn't seen it, that might be my birthday party this year. Is like, let's go see the Mario movie and go somewhere and get drunk.
Hell yeah. That sounds like a blast.
So
I am excited that Switch 2 is getting a bunch of third-party games that, I mean, granted, have been on older, like PS5 and Xbox,
what I'm
already.
glad about, like,
or are already coming to, but it's nice to see this console actually, like, being a viable, like, console for more than just Nintendo games.
yeah, and I mean, even some of these Nintendo games and a lot of these third-party games are also coming to Switch One. So like, where the Switch One already to me is like the damn near everything has been ported to this. Like they're just continuing that. Like all of these games that like it's a miracle they run on Switch One, it's less of a miracle they run on Switch 2, but you can just keep doing this forever. Give us
Yeah.
a Switch 3 in a decade and let me still be able to play Final Fantasy 7 that I bought on my Switch 1, Final Fantasy 7 Remake I bought on my Switch 2. Let me play
Yeah.
them on my Switch 3.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because,
I mean, honestly, Nintendo's doing something so great with the Switch that it doesn't really need to change
yeah, that's the
to
thing.
its motto. Its model right now.
It up until now, it was like if I got it, I wouldn't be super angry. Well, I'd be happy if I
Mm-hmm.
got a Switch 2 now. But there was
Right.
no game that was oh, I need a Switch 2 to play this until Pokemon Legends ZA. And then
Mm-hmm.
now, because of Pokemon Legends ZA, I have a Switch 2 pre order. It's going to be delivered the day that game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see how that goes because I worked that day. And I'm basically tapped out of PTO for the year, especially since I just had COVID. But it'll get dropped off during the day. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna transfer at least all my Pokemon games that I have on my Switch 1 to my Switch 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Smash Bros, Monster Hunter. There's a priority list of things that gotta go over. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that 256 is enough. Because currently, there are games I can't fit, and Fortnite has a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, and I'm gonna have to play Fortnite on my Nintendo Switch 2 because it's fucking Fortnite and I'm fucking me. But
Yeah. True.
we're gonna see how far that built-in 256 goes. Because
Yeah.
until I'm done paying off this Switch 2, I can't buy a micro SD express card to hold anything else. So I know the Pokemon games aren't a huge storage issue. I know the Monster Hunter games aren't a huge storage issue. It's when we
Yeah.
start getting into, I doubt I'll be able to fit Apex Legends on there. I can't
Right.
fit it. My current Switch has a 256 gig SD card, and I want to say it's 32 gigs of system memory. Both are basically full.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to put Zelda over. Yeah. So we're going to see. Can I, with just the things I'm actually going to play on my Switch 2, will I fill it up in the first 24 hours? Because when I got my Xbox One S, I filled it up within the first 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
My PS5 Pro, I didn't need to, but I could have. Because it's 2 terabytes, I put a 2 terabyte NVMe in there. It was 4 terabytes. I don't need 4 terabytes of games on hand at any time, ever.
No.
But I can if I need to. And I have more than 4 terabytes of PlayStation games. I have multiple Call of Duties. There we go. Terabytes.
All the Call of Duty.
Yes, Chase, I know I'm going to have to get it, but also I'm spending $500 to play a Pokemon game, so I'm going to have to deal with that before I
Yeah,
deal.
that's true.
I'm going to have to deal with that barrier before I start getting into downloading stupid shit that I have on my Switch account to play it on my Switch too. I'll probably at least the installs for all of my Switch OG games I can fit on every game that I have on that shelf physically for Switch. I know for sure I will be able to, if I want to, which I'm not going to, I can install all those on my Switch 2 and have space to spare. It's when I start downloading full downloadable non-Nintendo optimized game packages. That's when I don't have Doom installed on my Switch, Doom 2016. I have that game digitally on Switch. It's just not installed on my Switch, and it's not going to be installed on my Switch too. It might. It might get installed just so I could see because like it probably has an unlocked frame rate, so it probably looks and plays better than it plays on the Switch 2. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not staying there. That is not a mainstay. Oh yeah, I'm booting up my Switch 2 to play Doom 2016, even more than a week after I get a fucking Switch 2. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We just
We went over it. We went into details.
you
It was a
got
roller coaster.
damn. This is damn near a 2 hour episode. Did not realize
Look at us go.
last week was a short episode and you weren't here, Chris. So there was a lot we had to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you play anything in the last 2 weeks of note that you want to talk about?
I got Chronos. I haven't really like dived into it. I've just kind of played it maybe an hour or two. Um, First impressions, I'm liking it, but I really don't. You can't really have much of a first impression when you've only played a couple hours.
What'd you get it on?
PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Ah,
worried about getting
and
things on PC, especially horror games. Every time I buy a horror game for my PC, they just come out. It comes out bad,
yeah.
unless it's made by Capcom.
Well, Capcom. Oh, we know RE Engine's the fucking goat.
Yeah.
Except in open world games, because Dragon Dogma
Yeah.
and Monster Hunter are both fucking
Not
shouldn't could still should. Hey, Monster Hunter Wilds is a very, 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 very good Monster Hunter game that was worthy of me platinuming it.
Oh, you did? Oh, yes, I remember. You did platinum it.
Yeah, within I want to say a month. I think within the first month of that game being out, I platinumed it.
Yeah.
But it's no Monster Hunter World. It's no Monster
Fair.
Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Fair. Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard you guys like crack out on Wilds like that.
Oh no, I
Like,
cracked out.
Well, not like everybody. The whole
The-
gang. Madrid was into it. Jalen was in it.
Yeah, Madrid fell off because of Madrid's game playing habits. Nobody's game playing habits are the way they were in Monster Hunter World, the way they are now
Yeah,
with Monster Hunter
in
Wild.
this time.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Madrid's
there,
in school and shit now.
right. So there's all of those factors, and Monster Hunter Wilds is kind of content light. When this expansion drops,
Mm-hmm.
when we get whatever the fucking master rank update is, like, yeah, I'm cracking out on that too. But I beat the game in the first 23 hours. Yeah. I highly respect Monster Hunter Wilds. I really like Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds is a
Mhm.
good game. Is it the best Monster Hunter game? No. I'm sorry, it's not. Does it have the potential to be? Yes.
Yeah.
Is the best Monster Hunter game the base release of any of those Monster Hunter games? No. I-
Yeah.
Generations isn't the best. One's not the best version of one. Two's not the best version of two. Three's not the best version of three. Four's not the best version of four. World isn't the best version of World. Rise isn't the best version of Rise. Wilds is what it is, and by the time we get that Master Rank update, it will be in contention of the best Monster Hunter game of all time. But is it there right now? No. Was Monster Hunter Rise there at launch? No. Was Monster Hunter World there
Fair
at launch? No.
Fair
Was
enough.
Monster Hunter Generations there at launch? No.
Love it.
Also, I realize, because I've been on Reddit lately, because it's just, a whole bunch of shit that's happening on Reddit, and I'm not really using Twitter or anything like that anymore. So I'm just
Yeah.
on Reddit for news and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the Monster Hunter subreddit, and there are people talking about triumphing over shit in Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'm like, I dog walked that entire fucking video game. I hit credits in less than 24 hours. That game stood zero chances against me in 2025. But there are people that have apparently lost hunts. That didn't happen to me. So, we're out here.
Maybe you're just built different.
No,
You
I'm
hunt different.
hundreds of hours of hunting. Like, you don't level up in Monster Hunter. Sure, you can get better armor sets, better weapons, whatever. You don't level up
Yeah.
in Monster Hunter. You level up as a person as you play Monster Hunter. This is my fourth fucking, full-ass Monster Hunter game I'm playing through. And it's not the hardest, so...
That's fair.
I lost plenty of hunts in World. Did I lose anything in Rise? I lost shit in Sunbreak, for sure. I lost shit in Iceborne, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, they had to put arc-tempered and tempered post-game monsters to, really put a challenge. Gormagala. To be fair, tempered Gormagala in base game was a problem. But they still haven't put anything in there that I haven't been able to beat yet.
Yeah.
World had shit that I could not beat. Straight up. I couldn't beat a Latreon. For years, I did not beat a Latreon.
I think they'll get in there. They gotta listen to the people. And...
Yeah, Omega's gonna be dumb. Behemoth, I didn't beat the Extreme Behemoth until late Iceborne. And that was a base Monster Hunter World monster. Well, not base, but title update of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Omega's about to drop as our next Final Fantasy XIV expansion, and that's gonna be Omega is a challenging fight in Final Fantasy XIV. It's going to be a issue in Wilds, and I'm here for it. Let's go. Two thumbs up.
You need something to kick your... Yeah. You need something with some teeth.
Right. I have the full arc-tempered Raydao and Uthduna. I have all of the highest end armor sets in Monster Hunter Wilds. I have not all of the highest end weapons, but I have the majority of the high end great swords, the high end sword and shields and dual blades that I need. Yeah, put challenging shit in that game. Put Bloodbath Diablos. Let something slap me around. Whatever.
Do it.
All right. Well, you got one more thing, Chris? I feel like
Nope.
this has been a great episode.
Yeah.
One-man episodes are trash. Two-man episodes can work, as we see.
We made it happen.
Three-man episodes are with how life has been, the majority of episodes. 4 of us in person podcasting gold every single fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this worked. I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah. It's a good episode.
All right. Well, remember you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Anton6, or DM me in the Discord. I'll add you on whatever the fuck. You can add me on Xbox Live, Switch Online, PSN, whatever.
Yeah.
Chris, where can people find you?
You can find me in the Discord.
All right, this has been a No It's Good production. The video version is edited by Chris. The audio version is edited by Akuma Santi. The titles are written by me. The descriptions are written by ChatGPT. Until next time, keep it cheesy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 352. Nope, we're cutting that. 352 on a slight, slick, dry mouth was not a... What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 352 of this Cheesy Controller podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mecha Stardew Valley, Chris Montalbano.
I didn't do my homework this week, so you get my live reaction of the Nintendo Direct.
Well, we got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct, and I'm going to fall down a very deep, dark rabbit hole of explaining Pokemon shit to you, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to fucking like it. All right, stopping the recording. Let me find somebody to raid on Twitch.
Who do you got? Oh, Andy Cortez is playing Silk Song.
Yeah, I'll raid it.
55 hours in?
Yeah. He beat the game in like 26, and they just put up the VOD for that, so.
Oh, nice.
Hop on the raid train.
I thought he was saying he just hadn't beat it yet.
No, he beat it. 26 hours for him to beat it, but he's also a pro gamer. I could spend 26 hours straight with this game and not beat it. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I think that's the average of this goddamn game.
Well, what's the how long to beat before I end the YouTube video? Just so we can have this in here in case somebody wants to clip it and make that a thing.
Silk Song, how long to beat?
Thank you, Dorado is cool. Cheesy controller with a raid. Thank you for the raid. Waffle on the
People are
run.
saying it's a
Thank you for
15-hour
16
experience.
months. Shout out to gamers. Thanks for the love.
Not for me.
People in the comments are saying, no, this is not true.
All right. Well, yeah, Chris.
People 15 hours just to do the pogo